what we're walking in here. We're walking into game number 2 for you guys. Hey, gentlemen here. Game number 2 in the top 8 for the Creator Games Rise to Greatness, brought to you by Facebook Gaming. This is going to be game number 2 here between Anti-Blitzkrieg. And Anti-Blitzkrieg here has a long journey in the first 2 series. Coming into this game here, they're 1 game away to advancing into the next stage on the upper brackets.
And you can already see Anti-Blitzkrieg are like, get rid of that Harley. I don't want to see that. I want to rotate and not get 1 shot.
Respect.
Yeah, it's a respect ban, for sure. I mean, if Anti-Blitzkrieg wanted to do it, they probably want to be on the red side to make it happen, but they also ban out the Jawhead. With the Angkol, looks like they're not changing too much of the draft. They're getting rid of the Popo Gupal. Let's see if they're going to continue to follow on. Maybe Matilda, maybe Selena.
I think they would ban a Kajal once again here. It seems like Kajal is a big threat coming in from
But I don't think Anti-Blitzkrieg will first pick it though. You think
they did. They did first pick it during the game against Mindset.
But 2 times in a row.
They would.
What are the odds?
Pocket strats. Comfort picks.
I guess. That's I suppose. I feel like it's a little unlikely because they've revealed it before, and they also, Budak Angkol had a really good strategy against Anti-Blitzkrieg in game 1, so it might be that mental game of like, they know what we're trying to do, maybe we just don't do it. See, Benedetta gonna be banned out. First pick Kaja, question mark, big question mark, let's see it, come on.
Yes, no.
You know you want it.
Wait, export.
Oh yeah, there's export available too.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Okay. Cho
they have to pick the Gaja.
Right?
They have to pick a Gaja. Just make sure that Anti-Blitzkrieg does not take it. Yeah, makes a lot more sense. Zeus will play it here. He can play the Saber, is very identical. Rose, comfort pick there. But export, big threat. How do they do with it? Do they have enough damage to chunk away at the health bars of Key? I don't know, but the Matilda being secure, we saw it kind of slid on the second phase.
Yep.
Angkol this time, they will show the Matilda. But this is a good combination here. Matilda, Kaja, thoughts on this?
I like it because at least there is some synergy between the 2 tech quote-unquote supports per se, and they've got some decent wave clear as long as the Kaja is going to build into that magic damage. I think Anti-Blitzkrieg really smart. They lock in the Cho really quick here just to ensure that if anything bad happens, they can have pick potential and disengage potential with the help of the Yin-Yang overturn.
I really like the fact that Anti-Blitzkrieg, they've got the flexibility of playing 2 different players playing 2 different styles of Cho, which I think it keeps things interesting. It's hard to read, but Cho will be a big priority here around this draft. But Budak Angkol, the Farsa Kaja combination, that is a lot of magical damage actually.
So much, and they get rid of the Yi Shin to make sure the Mountain Chakra doesn't actually affect their Farsa. I'm surprised because I would have thought that if they wanted to go for like between Farsa or Yves, they probably would have leaned more towards Yves in this particular case. But hey, that's totally fine. That means Kaja is going to go into the side lane.
No, that's the thing, right? Like, based on the observation coming from Budak Angkol, if you watch Anti-Blitzkrieg, we saw how the Yves was completely shut down when coming from Anti-Blitzkrieg, they would cut on dive. Then knowing Key has a tendency to just dive in, maybe the Farsa's positioning or maybe disengage would be the idea, but I don't think it's that great either.
I suppose. I don't know, because the fact that Benedetta is gone makes it more likely that you're going to be able to survive as a Yves. And even
respect.
Well done. Done.
But now, question here is Budak Angkol going to take the Paquito? You know, we saw the Paquito ban coming from Anti-Blitzkrieg. You know, giving away the Paquito might be the case, but at the same time here, Anti-Blitzkrieg, they've already picked their Cho, but we know Cho is a flexible pick where you can still play it on tank.
I don't think so.
Okay, never mind. I don't know what's wrong with me, but okay.
See, here's the tough thing. thing. When you have the Paquito in the lane, you can kind of already tell what you're going up against. Most likely either a Cho, which is not a bad matchup, or the Export, which is a lot harder to win than it's supposed to be. So
okay. So from the early laning phase, it's gonna be hit 50-50 miss, where if you match with a Cho, have good stuff for Sultan Rig. But if you're going up the Export, he's gonna cry.
Oh, so it looks like it's exactly what we're predicting here, where Export is going to go into the side lane as well as the Cho, and it's going to be up against the Paquito as well as Jawhead, but the early game composition coming out from Budak Angkol, this is really, really smart here. So instead of a Harley, they're going to go for the Bruno. Pre-level 4, they is there anybody who can really contest them? Not really as well. So
yeah, they've got the Kufra. The Kufra is really strong in the early stage here, but I really like this Kufra pick just because it just completely denies all mobility coming from Matilda and also the Kaja. So
agreed.
This is kind of scary coming from INTM District. So overall, that's your draft. In my opinion here, early aggressions coming from Budak Angkol a little bit low on towards the frontline tanks, but they have a lot of catch potential with the Forza and Kaja. But from anti-Blitzkrieg, they've got a lot of synergy into his later stage game and a little bit of annoyance with the Explore and Sustains here. Who do you think has the better draft?
Personally, I would say that mid lane priority is going to go over to Budak Angkol, and that's what's making me lean towards them. However, the way anti-Blitzkrieg knows how to kind of buy time for the team, the fact that they have they've got better split pushers in comparison to Budak Angkol to buy that time to get into that mid game, like level 4 to level 8 is when you see anti-Blitzkrieg get their power spike.
Okay, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Here, this is going to be game number 2 here between Anti-Blitzkrieg versus Budak Angkol, with Anti-Blitzkrieg 1 game ahead. Is Budak Angkol going to make it the comeback? I don't know here, but as of now, Linar is going to be a little bit annoying here with this Kufra. He's taking a little bit more damage, but as the Kufra, that's not going to be the right play here. Meanwhile, the Export is going to completely bully this Paquito out of lane. Sudarik having a really, really rough time here. Meanwhile, Linars is thinking about challenge here. Angkol Chicano is going to go for the commitment, but the flicker will be forced out. So that's going to be a little bit of a win, but economy-wise, they're not doing too well here coming from Budak Angkol.
Yep. But they don't lose anything significant here. They do lose a little bit of time because, as you can see, the Ace, he's already cleared up his buff on his side. The supports were being very, very frustrating. He will be on his 3rd camp after clearing out the Beetle, so that means Achai is going to be a little bit slower at hitting level 4.
So he's looking for the catch. Amzi won't miss out the mark, but instead he will go in for the catch instead. So he's going to back off. Angkol Chicano looking for the response. Unfortunately, there is going to be a little bit of a poke and pull effect coming in from Budak Angkol, where Sultan Ray is trying best to fight against this Expert. And to my surprise, he's doing pretty okay, but
no,
he's not. He's gonna be able to get his Raga armor back in time.
Here we go. We're already seeing the way that they're playing, but if we're looking on bot side, the way Sultan Rig is playing it is smart. He wants to stick within the brushes. He wants to be able to go for those big plays. Yes, that's it.
Oh no.
He's dead. He is dead. I think at that point, Sultan had to full commit onto Key, force the flicker or something like that to get the kill. He already had the champion stance. He had the kill potential. He just could not react fast enough when he saw Zamzi.
Oh, Linars there gets a very nice catch. Angkol Chicano going to be forced to second skill here, but at the same time, where's the countergation? Where's the follow-up? Anti-Blitzkrieg not in time, but seems to me Turtle is going to be priority here, and Budak Angkol will they get it here, but you see Zamzi going for the bush here, but the Turtle will be stolen away from Anti-Blitzkrieg, and it's going to be a really rough one here. Linars is going to stall them up in track. Ace is going to abuse the fact he has the Turtle buff. He's going to try and shred them to pieces. Sultan taking a little bit too much damage. Case is going to slow them down, but the Furagama gets chopped off, but the way of the Dragon is there to seal the deal, but nope, no follow-up whatsoever here. Suzanne misses the mark with the Divine Judgment. Doesn't want to commit to this. Oh, why?
Well, mainly because they're not level 4 from the side of Budak Angkol. Anti-Blitzkrieg has an EXP lead, and now this is where we see the big differences. Had Zul had his ult, that would have been a very, very different fight. And Akai could barely get his auto attacks off with so much pressure being pushed on him with Linars and Ace literally right behind him.
Well, Zul this time having his Feathered Asteroid, that's going to be the important factor here. But here comes the jump from Linars, not going to commit back towards towers here, but the Feathered Asteroid comes in. A little bit of a scaring tactic, but is that the wisest of choice?
I don't think they need it for the time being. That's why they're willing to do things like that. But Suzanne on the top side, he has to play safely. They don't have Feathered Airstrike. They're waiting for it to come out. Here comes the Tyrant's Revenge. Easy pickings. But Suzanne finds an opportunity to trade 1-for-1. Support for support. Well done. Great eye.
Yep, finally they've gotten a trade here, but surprisingly enough, Sultan Rig is doing pretty okay at this Export. But Export is 1 level ahead, so he's going to be able to creep clear this here. But the top side, Fast team trying to go in for the fight as well. The Cho is doing okay against this Zul. But that's the thing, right? We've argued the fact that Cho is a great counter to kind of mess up the aim block up on towards the Feathered Airstrike.
Yep. I mean, he's not exactly the most priority target, but with so much lockdown from the side of Budak Angkol, they're going to have to wait for the right conditions. But looking on towards that mid, especially Turtle side, 3 members of anti-Blitzkrieg already maintaining priority, keeping their eyes peeled for any kind of late rotations or any stragglers from Budak Angkol on that side of the map.
Yep, and as of now, Budak Angkol, they are going to go for a clash as well. Bottom turtle is going to be secured for anti-Blitzkrieg, and you can see Key is already zoning them out. But it's not going to be an easy thing here. They've got the Bruno up on Achai, but he needs a little bit more farm. That's going to be the easy turtle coming in. But Linars is charging up. Doesn't want to commit to this fight as well. The Vast team actually gets on a mid-rotation, so that's going to be a great trade-off here. A turtle for a hero, I will take that.
Well, Suzanne keeps finding these picks. If he keeps it up, I think he's going to be able to pull Budak Angkol back from this deficit. It's a very small one, and yet it's very early into the game. But you need to see Budak Angkol pick up the pace in terms of tempo, because this game is going way too slow for them.
Yep, Suzanne here going to get fought out as well. Linar is overcommitted for the Tyrant, but there's going to be a 2-man catch. And do they have the damage? Yes, they do. Zamzi's going to get forced out. Ace is going to help out with the Death Sonata, but it's not going to do too much there. And the Yin Yang Overton also getting committed to this fight, but Ki is still trading with Sultan Rig, but looks like he does have the Insanity available if he wants to challenge this here. And the Immortality, I don't think is a wisest choice here for Sultan Rig to fight this, but meanwhile, the rest of the pack for Budak Angkol, they are going to be shifting their objectives down middle here. Big Feather Astra comes in, zones them out, but are they going to commit to this here? Achai, they want to chip away at the middle tower, but the Umbrella gets forced out, so there's not big of a change yet, but the wet noodle fight continues. But Key this time, he is going to be focused down here. He's trapped, but where's the rest of the team from anti-Blitzkrieg? Seems like they are not around. He's going to be all by himself, but does he have the damage? Zhu is going to die to the tier 1. That's going to be a trade 50-50s, but no, Key, he still survived. He's going to get more. Is he going to commit? He does have the Buraka armor, but the top side as well is going to be conceding the tier 1 from Budak Angkol. So that's going to be anti-Blitzkrieg losing, getting a tier 1, and Key is still alive to defend against it. He still has the armor, but Achai is chipping away at the tier 1, but finally takes it out. But guess what? Anti-Blitzkrieg, space created from Key. He's going to get more than a kill, and he's going to get another tier 1 down mid. But Ace, ooh, 1 more HP. Oi, 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 oi.
Too low for comfort, and luckily for him, Zult actually took the flicker instead of the flame shot, so he's gonna walk away scot-free for now. But it doesn't mean that anti-Blitzkrieg doesn't want to start picking up the pace. They know that they're getting really, really strong. They're 3k ahead of their opponents. They've also got an EXP lead on a majority of their supports, so therefore they should have a very clear advantage against Budak Angkol and are willing to take these fights in the jungle, especially towards that turtle side.
Yeah, and now this middle tower control from Budak Angkol is very, very important. You can see they are trying to keep the 1 HP, but I don't think it's going to survive here. Meanwhile, Linar is, he's going to bait out the Tyrant's Revenge. So that's going to be okay for now. But a great timing from there. But Budak Angkol seems like they want to try and secure the buffs up on Achai. We haven't seen Achai too much in this damage here. It seems like he's level 9, almost 10 soon. And this is where he's going to try and challenge Ace, who's only level 11. Meanwhile, Turtle is going to be started out from anti-Blitzkrieg.
Turtle is going to go over the hands of anti-Blitzkrieg. Here comes the feathered airstrike already. It's just out of range, and now they have to back away. Good positioning and good zoning from anti-Blitzkrieg, forcing Budak Angkol at such an awkward angle. No feather airstrike, and unfortunately no KO punch for the side of Sultan Rig as well as Zul. Or are they actually going to go in on this? Yes, they do. They're doing so much damage. Suzanne dies so quickly to the Death Sonata alone. My goodness, 75% of his age. Here comes the Soaring Eagle on a 1-for-1 trade there. Not ideal, but you know, better than nothing.
Oh, it's so unfortunate for Suzanne for the counter engagement with the Divine Judgment. He's 2 pixels off, and he could have gotten Ace on top of that, but that was just so unfortunate. But that just means anti-Blitzkrieg, they are going to continue steamrolling their way through as they get themselves 2 tier 2s in the bag. And on top of that here, so much map control. However, Key, this might be his downfall, but he's got the Farragut armor. He misses up the Insanity here. Sultan Ring managing to chip away his hip, but guess what? Here comes the rest of the pack. He still survives, and Sultan Ring will be the guinea pig here. And is he going to be able to trade? No, he does not, as Key outplays him, as Ace goes in for the save.
Ah, that's so unfortunate. The bump stopped the champion's stance, and unfortunately, he wasn't able to get that KO punch off, or he might not have been in range to finish off Key in that particular sense. But Anti-Blitzkrieg very comfortable in the position that they have, 5k ahead, and as you can see the items here, this is going to be the time that Ace is going to be doing the most amount of damage against Budak Angkol, who have not gotten their situational or defensive items by now.
Yep. And as of now here, interesting enough, Budak Angkol, they do not have any sort of regeneration disabilities here. They don't exactly have Necklace of Durian. They don't have Deadly Blade to try and deal with this sustainabilities coming from Key. And it's starting to be a problem now.
Well, it's still early into the game, 24k compared to 30k, a 6k gold lead for Anti-Blitzkrieg, so they're pretty much up by an entire item at this point in time, and Budak Angkol is just left with just components. But let's see how they're going to play this out, especially with Lord. This could be the winning play from Anti-Blitzkrieg. They start pushing in, hoping for a response, and Angkol gets taken out instantaneously after the gliding eagle. Susan is on the run. Elast Insanity is the last thing he sees before he backs away. This is not a situation you want to be in.
Yup, and now, but that's the thing, right? Anti-Blitzkrieg, they will have a little bit of position. They are a little bit low, but the Feather Ash is going to try and zone them out, but completely misses the mark as Budak Angkol will get shut down. So that's going to be the loss secured from Anti-Blitzkrieg, and it seems to me they are going to try and knock in towards the inhibitors of Budak Angkol.
Yep. And the problem is that even if they do try to go for that side split push, the only person who can do that safely is going to be Sultan Rig. But you know what happens. He goes up against Key, it's looking good, and then Zamzi or maybe even Ace decides to show up.
Oh, right now, Achai is going to be the only hope left for Budak Angkol. He's got 0, 1, and 2. He's been low-key for a long time, but as of now, he's level 13. Is he going to be able to do a lot of damage in this next upcoming fight? Is he going to be able to one-shot Key in this upcoming fight? Is going to be the deciding factor here. Because if they manage to defend this and stall this long enough, things might be the turnaround here for Budak Angkol. But when is going to be the question right now?
Potentially. It's tough to say. I would say that...
Dinars.
Oh, here he goes. They're already jumping in. Suppressed already by the Divine Judgment. He goes now instantaneously. This could be good. They sacrifice an inhibitor. They will be able to take down the Lord. Achai is trying to protect himself, but Keith tries to cut off Angkol Chicken out with the last Insanity. Picks him up. They will be able to defend the other inhibitors, sacrificing one and trading 1 for 1 overall. It's looking good, but Sultan Rig, he wants more KO punch, doesn't connect. He takes a lot of damage, 75% of his health already gone as Achai continues to try and distance himself. Here comes the Feathered Airstrike to clear off the wave. Sultan Rig cannot get on top of Samzi. He continues to move away, and Achai, he needs to hold his own and find a way to auto attack, but he can't. Key now is going to take a little bit of damage from the jab, but this is just an overall great play for Anti-Blitzkrieg.
Yep, and now a big catcher coming in from bottom side. That's going to force Budak Angkol backing off here. Knock into the inhibitor. And now Suzanne with the Divine Judgment, they finally got the Granger, and that's the opening that they need. But immediately, everyone from Anti-Blitzkrieg bails on him the moment Ace goes down. That's so unfortunate for Budak Angkol here. They've got a big catch, but could not get more. Disciplines coming from Anti-Blitzkrieg is what's keeping them alive here.
Oh, this is, is that going to keep them alive? As we look down at the items, 3 items for this Bruno. He's got the Winds of Nature, Berserker's Fury, Scarlet Phantom. These are great items overall, but he's struggling to get the damage down. But now Budak Angkol looking to try and retaliate in hopes of forcing something out of Anti-Blitzkrieg here. They're so split into 2. Angkol looking to regroup with the rest of their team, using the glide to allow his teammates to come back. Now it's a traditional front to front, but is there any point to this fight anymore? No. Budak Angkol have to back away.
Yeah, the biggest threat right now is Key. Look at him. He's got the purple buff on him. His fire is going to be almost 100% every single time online. So that's something you don't exactly want to walk into, and Budak Angkol did respect that. And as of now, they are going to go for the catch potential. Again here, Fast Team. Oh no, he's going for the flex here. He's going to get caught out, but where's the follower? Unfortunate to say, Fast Team, it's got fast fingers right now on that show. Meanwhile, that's going to be happening. You can see everyone for Budak Angkol, they have to back off as Keys tries to cut off the rotation. So that's going to be a little bit of disciplined play coming from Budak Angkol, and it's paying off now. As they managed to safely disengage, but itemization here, what kind of items do they need? Divine Glaives up on Zoo, but is that enough damage now?
I think he's got at least now he can threaten lethal on some of the squishier targets like Ace, like even Samzy as well, which I think at the end of the day is always going to be good for Budak Angkol. However, anti-Blitzkrieg are already starting to build their situational items at the 44k mark here. So yeah, it's a give it, it's a push and a pull, you know?
Agreed, agreed. And anti-Blitzkrieg now, they're just waiting for opportunities here. Meanwhile, Budak Angkol, they're trying to, you know, drag this as long as they can for the max item slots. And with this Lord threatening this, not going to be easy thing to do here, as the Lord is going to be up for grabs. Budak Angkol, they have to force the issue. Looks like they will try and challenge this here. They do catch a couple taps towards the Lenars, but he's pretty much blinded in terms of the field of vision. But the Lord already getting threatened here. That's going to be a quick one here. Zul going for the wraparound from the side. Retribution, does he save it? Are they going to be able to get it? Insanity comes in, but the Lord will be secure. Now Zul needs to back off. He doesn't have the bird form, and he is going to get chunked away. And that's going to be anti-Blitzkrieg taking one. Uncle Chicken not going to be the next one here. He manages to buy time, but where's the connection here? Because, oh yeah, here's the connection. That's gonna be fast. Steve catching him off. The way of the dragon forces him out. But Uncle, he's so tanky. Is he gonna survive? The Soaring Eagle is there. But from the back lines, Divine Judgment uses as well. Linars will catch one. But the damage has been done here. You can see Archai starting to make work. But it's not gonna be enough. Finally, the closing ceremony is gonna be key with the Insanity as well to close things out. And a big yin-yang overturn completely taking Budak Angkol as anti-Blitzkrieg will be the first one to advance into his round number 2 from the wildcards, coming into the top 8 and now taking out